Welcome.
Hello, Ottoman representative.
Today we'll be playing a game.
Poker. Those are your cards, those are his, and these are mine.
We don't know your cards, but we will show you ours. This is the rise of Portugal.
Today you'll be toured by me, Antonio Bazinet. I was born on the Portuguese mainland, where I then proceeded to take the daring journey to the Americas and earn myself as a peninsular in the casta system.
And me, Afonso Duarte. I am from the Portuguese Maritime Empire. I'm a colonial ambassador. I watch over the expansion of our empire. You might be wondering, what is the Portuguese Maritime Empire? Our territory consists of Southern America, Southern Africa, and Southern Asia. Our empire began in 1415 and collapsed in 1663. This photo is a picture of our empire's peak territory.
Now, you might want to know some interesting facts about our nation. So, at one point, Portugal controlled over half of the world due to the Treaty of Torrestada, which divided the world between Spain and Portugal. Also, Portugal was actually founded due to a dispute between a mother and a son, and the battle that ensued created what we now call Portugal. Also, did you know that Portugal has the record for the longest reigning and shortest reigning monarch, respectively, with 20 minutes and 73 years. Now, you might want to know some facts about our culture as well. Our main language is Portuguese, and our main religion is Roman Catholicism, which even though during the Protestant Reformation many countries split off from Catholicism, we actually stayed loyal to the Catholic Church. Also, one of the greatest feats of architecture in our nation was the Geronimos Monastery, which was fit to help house the remains of some of Portuguese's finest, the likes of Vasco da Gama and many kings and queens.
Straight to the bank. The main trade route that the Portuguese used was the Indian Ocean trade route. The Portuguese Empire used blockades and taxation to amass wealth and gain access to many goods. The typical goods traded were ivory and pepper. The Portuguese took advantage of their maritime technology to gain their territory and dominance in the area. So who's running this thing? The Portuguese had a centralized monarchy, meaning run by kings and queens. They had total power over the government and affairs of the empire. Below them were the peninsulares. These were people who had control over the territories and helped enforce the caste system. An important individual you should know is the navigator, Prince Henry. He funded many expeditions and voyages. Although he never went on any of these voyages, he is said to be responsible for the colonization of Madeira, Azores, and Cape Verde. Another significant establishment Prince Henry was responsible for was the Maritime Navigational School. This allowed sailors to learn how to efficiently and effectively travel on the oceans.
Boom, bang, pow. The Portuguese used cannons on their naval and land-based expeditions. They used the cannons on their ships as a way of protecting their trade goods, as well as a way to attack other ships and gain some money. They also used these cannons to break down the walls of forts that they were sieging or places they wanted to get into. Another type of very special military elite that the Portuguese employed were the ordinances. These soldiers were some of the Portuguese's finest. They helped run and control and make sure everything in the Portuguese army went smoothly. Now, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire controlled many regions, including most of the Middle East, Northern Africa, and Eastern Europe. Now, the Ottoman Empire existed from 1299 to 1992, which is almost 700 years. Now, some interesting facts about the Ottoman Empire is that during the Irish potato famine, the Sultan of the Ottomans actually sent, or attempted to send, many goods and other foods to the Irish to help support them in their time of need. But the British actually blocked them from doing so, wanting to play a larger role in this crisis. Also, everyone knows the sport of wrestling. So did the Ottomans. They followed most of the rules except for one major one. Before the fights, all of the wrestlers would actually douse themselves in olive oil and then start the matches. Also, another fact is that the Ottomans were actually nomadic previous to their large empire. You can still actually see this in many parts of their culture.
The culture of this empire. The main languages spoken in the Ottoman Empire were Turkish, Arabic, and Persian. The main religion was Sunni Islam, one of the largest branches of Islam. And one of the most amazing pieces of architecture, the Grand Bazaar. This was a great marketplace for merchants from around the world to come and trade their goods and spread their beliefs.
Give me that. That's what we saw when we looked at some of your trade goods. We saw that you guys have gunpowder, which we need there because of our heavily used in cannons as well as muskets, as we mentioned before. Also, wheat. You guys have lots of it. We need this because even though our population keeps increasing due to our new territories, due to our small landmass, we don't have enough food and land for farms, which means we would need some of your food to help grow and sustain our population.
Kidnapping children. The Ottoman Empire used military elites called janissary. These were Christian boys taken from their homes and converted to Islam and trained to be human weapons. The Ottomans used large cannons using gunpowder to break down their enemies' fortifications. We know this by their Ottomans' gunpowder empire.
Kindness and money. We have decided that us as Portugal would like to trade with you and this is the reasoning of that is because our empire has a lot to gain from trading with you, such as gunpowder and wheat, as we mentioned earlier. Also, even though our naval strength is good and may rival yours, our land, we would stand almost no chance on land due to our not great army. This would lead to it being like taking a bet to a lightsaber fight. What can we say? Royal flush. Thank you for our presentation. Here.
Citations.
End it.